Hey everybody, it's Josh Hines from Contineofy coming with you another video on spying. Mr. Spyman here. Gonna be jumping into Google's ad library that shows you not only Google's ads, but also YouTube. They're obviously one and the same. Google bought YouTube years ago, still recommended as the number one, number two search engine of the world. There is a lot of I guess lack of words, baiting around this. It seems like a lot of your early adopter tech people are going the route of search, with that being either ChatGPT or Perplexity, or now you even got DeepSeek from China that's out here. But it seems like a lot of your early adopter heavy tech users are going that route. But a lot of your majority market, I feel, is still predominantly using Google as their search engine. So I feel like this is still something that you can do. You're probably going to see a reduction with your ads running across Google and YouTube. Maybe not necessarily YouTube, but definitely Google. You probably will see a bit of a dip just because a lot of your, like I shared earlier, adopters are going different routes for information. But I still feel like I said, it's still a very good platform to advertise, especially for high intent. A lot of times when you're advertising on social media, I like to think of where you're at in the buyer's funnel. So your standard social media platforms, typically you're interrupting somebody. They're not actively looking for a solution. So when you're sharing advertising on TikTok or Instagram or LinkedIn, you're kind of interrupting somebody and trying to catch their attention and persuade them that they need to pay attention to this. With Google ads, they're going to Google and actively searching for something. So there's a lot higher intent on them trying to actively solve a problem right now. So a lot of times if you're trying to get quick wins, it'll probably cost you more with Google to advertise on that platform. But because there's such a high intent, you're probably going to see a shorter buying cycle when advertising on that platform than your social media platforms, or even YouTube, where you're more so interrupting somebody and persuading them that, hey, this is something you probably should pay attention to, but it might not be actively something on the radar. So with all that said, let's take a moment now and dive into the Google ad library. So now that we're in the Google Ads Transparency Center, you'll see a very similar situation as the prior videos. It's very short and sweet. You come in here, you can just Google search Google Ads library, and you'll be able to quickly find this as one of the top results. But when you're on this page, there's two different ways that you can go about it. You can search ads, any ads based on a time period. You can show ads for the country. So if you want to, again, thinking through if you're an international brand or looking to make a move into a new market, you can kind of see the ads that are running in certain regions. And then this is where you can split between the, I guess, objects between Google. So you can do ads on Google Maps, the Google Play Store, that's where all the apps are. If you're in the B2C space, you can do Google Shopping ads, and then, of course, traditional Google search and YouTube. From that point, you can kind of differentiate between all topics or political ads. When searching through this, unlike the other platforms, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to come in here and kind of go with like an agnostic search. They are very specific that you either have to search by the advertiser or the URL. So for instance, when you start typing in here, it's going to make suggestions on what, and you have to choose one of these. You can't just kind of come in here open-ended and just kind of search for what you want. So for this example, we're going to go through Apple. You can see that they have a few different things that actually show you how many ads they're currently running. So Apple Inc., there's multiple accounts running 64 ads. Just another Apple account that's running 73 ads. And then this, I'm assuming this is the main Apple account, running 8,000 plus ads, which is wild. So we're going to click into that one. So once it loads, again, because we're seeing that we didn't kind of segment on a specific platform, we're seeing kind of all of it. So we're seeing the search ads, we're seeing their display retargeting ads. We'll probably come in here and start seeing some shopping ads. Yep, some shopping ads. Kind of see the variety. Outside of the display ads, obviously Google ads, they're not very visual. I mean, for the most part, they're text-based. These are all shopping ads. And then, of course, the ads you're seeing up here towards the top are I'm assuming they're all shopping ads. So it doesn't seem that they're doing any. I guess we could switch in here to YouTube for Apple. And again, they're doing, I guess they have a couple in here where they're doing the bumper ads. And then of course you see some display. So they got a good mix of different formats. I mean, with Google, it's all very straightforward. You're not necessarily trying to be creative, because like I shared, it's usually more of a higher intent. Like people are actively searching for something specific. So the more you're able to align to that something specific, the better. So it's not like you're trying to be creative and or entertaining and trying to catch their attention. It's like you're almost like it's very cut dry advertising where you're looking for this and here it is, like just because of the intent. And again, like the others, you can click into an app and you can kind of get an idea of the details around it. So this has got 3 different variations. But then if you click into it, you'll actually be able to go out to the landing page again. So it's really nice here that you could obviously come in here at more of a competitor research tool and look and see what type of ads they're running, the landing pages, the position they're taking in the market, so that you can be a little more competitive. Or you could potentially even come in here and kind of get an idea of the headlines and the word choices they're using. So obviously greatest beer run ever, Apple TV. It would be interesting to see how much ads they started running. Obviously the Super Bowl being yesterday, the halftime show was sponsored by Apple Music. So it would be interesting to see if they have anything that relates to Kendrick Lamar or the Super Bowl half show. But again, like I shared, this is more of a high intent platform. So maybe if we were to jump over like their social media ads, we'd probably see something that's more related, but it doesn't seem that they're doing anything from a Google standpoint to make reference to that they were the sponsor. But yeah, going through this is great for competitive research. Unfortunately, like I shared at the very beginning of the video, you can't come in here and just like type in like agnostic terms and kind of get an idea of like what a lot of people are running it from an app perspective, just so you can kind of do visuals. But you can kind of come in here and look at different time periods, look at how their ads are displaying differently in different countries, and then of course the different platforms, so that you can kind of get an idea of even coming in and seeing where your competitors are diversifying themselves. Are they on YouTube and doing the bumper rolls? Are they doing Google search? If you're in a local market, are they doing maps and potentially even doing, does your competitor have an actual app that's in the app store and they're running ads across that? If you've expanded yourself outside of just a web-based version and actually are in the app store, whether that be Android or iPhone, kind of go that route and see what they're doing and if they're pushing money against their app to get more visibility. But yeah, Google's it's an interesting platform. I don't necessarily say fun. But it's definitely an interesting one. Like I shared, it is probably going to be more on the pricier side, but that's just because that there's a lot more intention behind a Google search, that you are targeting somebody that's actively looking for a solution. So the likelihood of them going all the way through your buyer cycle it's a higher probability that it can be a platform that, when leveraged, can get a lot of quick wins for the brand. Of course, at a cost that's going to be higher than some of your other marketing platforms. But yeah, I think this is all I'm going to really share on this. Like I shared, it's a great research tool. You can come in here, look at the ads, look at the keywords they're running against, actually click on the ads, jump out to a landing page and see what the landing page looks like and where they're pushing traffic. So yeah, if you like this video, definitely hit the like button. Be sure to follow my page. Obviously going to be sharing a lot of videos like this that talk about marketing and sales and customer success across the entire customer life. Some different tools that you guys can use to position yourself in the market, from even creating content to distribution. Going to be sharing a lot of fun stuff. So be sure to follow the page, and I'll see you guys later.